Hey guys, welcome back for another playthrough of Castle Crashers. So, last playthrough of this game, once again designed by the Behemoth, designed and developed. We played through, right here you can see we played through with the Red Knight. Got our first white skull. Now, I was pretty lost for a while, like who am I going to play through next, right? And then I went to someone for advice. So, courtesy of my grandpa, he decided that we're going to do the next playthrough as the Thief. Which is something I was really excited to do, because the Thief was one of my first gold skulls, back on the original Xbox. I forgot the order of my Xbox One and on my PlayStation, but on the 360 I do know that the Thief was my 5th gold skull. And I really enjoy the Thief. It's one of my favorite characters, to be honest. So, I'm excited for this playthrough. It's gonna be fun. Unlocks an amazing character at the end. All in all, this one will be really fun. So. Well, reminder, barbarians only have 40 health, so this is going to be easy. I want to talk about the Thief as a character really quick. So, his RTY is the arrows. That is going to be very, very common. This arrow rain character is pretty prevalent throughout the game. Like, by prevalent, I mean they're everywhere. Sorry, I'm just going to turn up my voice a little bit. And turn up the game a little bit, because it's very quiet right now. Oh, really quick, here's a dig spot that we were not able to get the first time we played. So that's the carrot sword. It needs level 5 to use. And while we're at it, might as well go to this other dig spot that I completely forgot about. So right here actually, you can dig this up too. This is Mr. Buddy. What Mr. Buddy does is he makes it a lot easier to dig up stuff. So instead of taking like 3x, 3, 5, I don't know how many numbers of hits you need, inside of however many hits it needs, it only takes 2 or 1. Again, I forgot. So that's something you'll see a little bit more in this playthrough, is just going through getting things I couldn't get early on. There's still a lot of things I will miss because I'll have to do it later. Again, I could go and do it all on my Red Knight right now, but I don't want to have all my playtime on Red Knight. I want to try to evenly split up as much as possible. So. Wait a second, why did we get a weapon? We already had it, it was the Barbarian Axe. One of the worst starting weapons, of course. Just because of how it's designed though. Like, Barbarians are the first enemy in the game. It would be really cool if they dropped the weapon, right? It would be really annoying for that weapon to be locked away by level 20. So, the Thief is one of the characters where it feels most fitting to build agility right away. Yeah, I'm going to build agility on all of them, but the Thief is one of the few where you would actually think right off the bat, this is designed for agility. Just because of the fact that the Thief, obviously, when you fight them, pretty much only shoot you. So put our points of agility right away, head over to the blacksmith. First gonna pick up our compass. I want to run into the animal arc. Let's throw away Mr. Buddy, see how we're doing here. So you've got 3 of these guys. I am missing... My memory is what I am missing for one. I actually have no idea what goes there. So I'm smart. I'll take Giraffe from this spot. Missing one here. One here. One here. And then one here. Wait a second. No. I am being all sorts of a mess right now. I actually forgot all the animal orbs. That speaks a lot to how well I'm playing this game. Although in terms of weapons, we're not doing bad. Too bad. Definitely not doing great. Oh well. Let's not worry about it. Let's go into the Barbarian War. So, obviously not taking long at all, just because there's barbarians and Grey Knights helping us. Very kind of you, Grey Knight. Boop. And this build of weapon slash pet is what you're going to see on almost every character when they first start off. It's going to be really rare actually for it to not be like this. I can only think of a few right off the bat, and those few are the ones that have weapons that start you off with even higher agility than this. And then one interesting change from the original to the new game that I did want to mention earlier, but there was no point, is gold is not shared amongst characters in this game. In the original Castle Crashers, if you had gold on one character, you had it on all of them. That made it really easy to get up into the really high numbers of gold if you knew how to farm for it. Like, I was sitting at about 80,000 gold when I finished off my playthrough. By my playthrough, I mean my entire save file. Obviously that's not possible here because you're going to be spending your gold the entire time you play through it. Okay. So obviously, I still don't have the level 32 combo that gives us XXYY, but I can still do the juggle decently. Just instead of the actual headbutt slam down, it's just a downwards heavy attack. And the main issue with that, you can see here, it gives us a lot of air compared to the actual XXYY, which keeps us lower. That's why you'll see me a lot actually just running through and spamming X across the screen. You can do that little pause as well. It's really up to you. You're like, sir, that's weird. That's a pretty big glitch, actually. It's really funny. A barbarian actually remained after the fight ended. I didn't know that was possible. Now, in terms of spacing out my playthroughs, I am gonna try as much as possible. So, with the arrow magic, let's talk about that first, because there's 5 arrow clones, and then 3 more knights with arrow magic who have a little bit different projectiles. Still almost arrow clones though, so that's nearly a third of the knights in the game that have that. Add in a few more that have magic that functions absolutely identical to that, and it's actually a third of the game. So what my plan is going to be is I'm going to try to space it out as much as possible. So do an arrow clone about once every 3 playthroughs. And I just want to do that to keep everything fresh. Like, I know it would be really boring for you guys, especially on insane mode. Like, let's say I'm up to 27 gold skulls, or 26 gold skulls, and the only things I have left are the 5 identical arrow clones. That wouldn't be very fun. Instead, I want to do things more at an even pace, like an arrow clone, like an actual clone every 6, and then more of the ones that function like clones, spaced more evenly throughout. I could always go, like I could make an order, but I know I'm going to end up going against it whenever I just get bored or get an urge to play a character, which does happen time to time. Alright, now I can delve into the thief more in depth in terms of his playing style, I guess more his tier list, his viability. So while there's very few inherently bad characters in Castle Crashers, like there's only 3 I could think of right off the bat that are actually bad, especially for single player. The issue with Thief is he's right above that line of being bad. So in the tiers he's considered D level, with the overpowered ones being S, the really good ones that aren't completely overpowered being A, then like good and average characters being B and C. D is pretty much relegated to only the arrow line, which is characters like the Thief, who are the 5 arrow clones, because they're the baseline for magic that's completely unhelpful but doesn't actively harm you, or doesn't make it much more difficult to do something. Okay, so putting all our points into agility. I'll shut up again because I'll do that almost every time Jumper comes on. Yikes, okay. Now, you can see I'm trying to juggle the Thief, but it's really not working well because I don't have my middleweight juggle unlocked yet. And remember, beefy lightweights function as middleweights. So it's really obnoxious actually, because I just have to jump and hit and hope everything works out. But I don't want to complain because, come on man, it's Jumper. What do you have to complain about? I guess you can complain about that boot. So, something people do see as a really big challenge is playing insane mode solo with one of the Arrow Knights, because you do have to rely almost completely on your abilities with your juggling, and then you're spacing out the crowd, you're maneuvering, all that other fun stuff that you don't have to worry about if you're playing someone like Red Knight, who's absolutely overpowered. Oh yeah, weapon bag right here. This is the leaf. 3 magic, -1 strength. It's level 5 weapon, so it's not bad. Then I'm not going to worry about picking up Owlet on this playthrough, who again is hiding up above. So I already did that on the Red Knight playthrough, so I don't need him anymore. Alright. Alright. And then, just a little piece of time, I guess, to think about is I'm recording both the Red Knight and the Thief playthroughs in August of 2017. So that's really like the big starting point. They'll probably be uploaded. I'm assuming the Red Knight will be uploaded end of August, early September. And then the Thief will also get uploaded either September, maybe November. Or not November. Yes, that's a month's work. It's November, right after September, guys. And then after these two, maybe one more playthrough goes up. Did my game just freeze? Wow, that was terrifying. My game froze for a good chunk of time. Hello? What? Hi. Alright, that was terrifying. So technical difficulties like that don't happen too often. That was really scary. Jesus Christ. And then, one of the main reasons why I like the Thief in the first place, yes, the pooping deer reminded me of this, is when I first played, so I played a lot with my real life friends. So we came home after school like every day, like 3rd grade, 4th grade, around that time, and just played this a ton. But at the same time, I had some online friends, and keep in mind, I was like 9 when this game came out, and I was playing with people online, like people that you may know, like Phoenix Strike, Fearless Feudal, Forgotten Knight, I guess, came along a bit later. A lot of people, that Auto Dude, Babby, Ratty, and I forgot who, but one of them called the Thief Asshole Face. And I was like, what? What's an asshole? 'Cause I was a little kid, right? Like, I'd never even heard the word ass because I went to a private Christian school when I was a lot younger. I moved to public school later, thankfully. But I started out there. I was super sheltered and never heard of it. So I talked to my real life friends about it when we played next time. I was like, guys, do you know what an asshole is? And they were all like, no, I have no idea, because like we were in 3rd grade at a private school. And I looked it up. I was very shocked, to say the least. Luckily I didn't ask my parents what it was. That would have been bad. But it was really funny, and every time I thought of like the Thief, I just thought of that. And at first it's like scary, but now I just feel bad because like he was really commonly referred to that in the community for a long time, like years. I think it's fizzled out now, but everyone made the Thief looks like an asshole reference. Like, just look at his face. There's no way you say he doesn't. But I'd always just had a soft spot. That, and he was so bad. Like, because keep in mind also, back in the day, that makes me seem really old. Back when the game first came out, everyone thought the Arrow Knights were just horrible, and they weren't just below average. Because the arrow magic can do stuff, it's just not that great. Sir, let's not combo me. You can see already we've got a really nice juggling setup. Not juggling, more like our infinite fly. Are you still pooping out trolls? Yes, you are. Okay, let's... Another main reason why I like to wait when I juggle is if you wait, like you can see or you can sense when another enemy is coming and you'd be able to pick them up. So right here, I wait for a second to get the ones that are crossing a diagonal and just get even more enemies picked up. Because the goal is just to juggle as many as possible. That'll get us the most XP most quickly. And who doesn't want XP? Okay, right here. These guys are all dead. So that's my story behind the Thief. I've got so many good memories with this game. And then, spoiler, also I started recording my Kirby's Epic Yarn Let's Play while this one, or right before this one came up. I took a little break from it because of a rage quit, but there I was doing it completely blind, so I wasn't as into it. First off, the commentary definitely was more disjointed. I was just confused, sitting there like, whoa, what's this? Castle Crashers I can talk naturally because I know the entire game. I don't even have to focus when I play it. So if any of you guys want to start Let's Playing, like you're really new like me, I would recommend at least your first few projects all being games you really know. Obviously I've started Kirby's Epic Yarn, so I'm gonna try to finish it, but it's a bit of an issue. I'm gonna upload the Kirby's Epic Yarn in conjunction with a different series which I haven't started yet, just because I do want a little bit more variety. Variety's the big thing. Bad. Oh yeah, let's talk really quick while we're doing nothing about what items you keep. So you always keep your bow and arrow once you have it. Once you have the shovel, you always keep the shovel. And then once you get the boomerang, also you always keep the boomerang. But compass, wheel, and telescope, they go away. That's character by character. Same with the horn, that's character by character. Oh wow, I'm really good at this, guys. 10 out of 10 player. And then a little bit of recommendation just for playing this. If you're on Xbox especially, I actually would recommend using the D-pad. Like when I first played, I always used the control stick, but the D-pad does give more precise movements. I do tend to use the control stick a lot still, but I know it's not smart. It's more important to use the D-pad on insane mode. Like again, for normal you can just kind of coast through, do whatever, you'll be fine. Oop. How's my agility? Is it good? Oh, you're a shark. And you hit me, you rude. You're a nice shark. I could ride on you. I guess I've got enough agility to kill that. I always thought that one of those bunnies running back could get impaled by the thieves, but I guess not. It's never happened. I thought that's something this game would definitely do, like bunny impalation. Out of all the things they've done, that wouldn't even be shocking. Okay, got them all. That one's already dead. This one's dead too. Good job, me. Let's get on to this cheap fish thing, whatever. And catfish time. Sit here, do the usual. Shield and shooty. If you want to make it even faster, I guess you could weave in shots like that. Every time you use shield, you just shoot right after, but not that worth it. It's only 4 damage each time. At least if your agility is at my level. Like that, and I can run down here like I told you guys last time and hide. Oh yeah, teabagging's the thing in this game, forgot to mention that. Just teabag by spamming your shield over and over. It's not actual teabagging, but it gets the point across. Basic shooting. So, something I never picked up on, especially like when I was first starting the game, that was horrible. That means I went way too far down. I am an idiot sandwich. Yes guys, I'm Julie Chen. That's the big brother. So, what I was meaning to say was, something I never figured out was the catfish is actually the leader of the bear tribe. You can see that because they're all surrounding the catfish's grave, worshipping it. And I didn't realize that was the bear riding him until the end. I thought that was like the tip of the catfish. That's mostly because I'm completely unobservant and kind of stupid though. I got a lot more agility, which is amazing. I just want to buy all my bombs so I don't have to worry about it later. Thank you, sir. That definitely looks better. It's not perfect yet. Oh, here in Tallgrass Field, you can dig this up and get lobster. I already picked up the wrench, but it's right there. And there is one more dig spot in the main area that I do need to go to at some point. There you go. I want to run over and get this one coin, because that's how greedy I am. Hi. Hi. Hello. Thank you, sir. That was just money. Oh well. Thank you. Okay. This could also be seen as the boss of the bears because his name literally is Bear Boss. But I feel like the catfish was always like their deity, I guess you could say. And this is just more like their chieftain. I guarantee you that the developers didn't go into this much detail regarding the game, but, or at least the game's lore, it did go into detail about the game. Doot. Doot doot. Sir, thank you. That was much more difficult than my first time playing through. At least on this profile. Oh yeah, by the way, another weapon. This is weird. In the original, this umbrella was covered in rain. So they changed that. But it's really bad. You'll never use it. It's just there to be hidden. Am I able to get them picked up at the same time? I'm not. Awesome. I do feel like they wanted to give each character a unique magic, but something really interesting was back when the game came out, they legitimately ran out of space. Like, they couldn't even fit in another weapon. So I also think they were going to put in, like, another character or two. Like, the two biggest omissions that, in my opinion, they should have tried to fit in were the Troll and the Industrial Prince. With the Troll having Roots magic, which we'll see in a long time. And then the Industrial Prince would also have Saw Blade magic. With possibly bombs as his change. I'm not sure what exactly he would have had. But those two characters both would have fit so well. So it's really disappointing. Okay. Thieves are already dead. They don't last long at all now. Remember, it's impossible to do anything to these guys. They're so rude. I guess you could spam. I'm gonna try spamming. See how that works. It's killing him faster than anything else could. It's actually going quickly. What even? So yeah, the slime aren't very widespread, which is awesome. Because they're like the worst, most obnoxious enemies in the game. Hey, Pipistrello. Okay, you get spammed to death, sir. That was interesting. How he got completely caught there for a while. Hi. Alright, that was good. And money trees. I guess I could buy my other potions too really quick. Alright. Flower field. I'm trying to think of my best stories playing through each character, because there's not many that I really did just rush through. Wait a second. There's a big spot somewhere. Here you are. No charge. Dig instead. I do love this level though, because you don't have to do anything, but you still win. One fun thing that I think they took out in this game, in the original you could shield here if you walk just the right angle. You actually shield your way and walk into this wall completely. But yeah, it looks like it's gone, sadly. Really? Okay, well, I'm done at least. That was really bad. I think they're almost all dead, yep. All of them are dead except the two I didn't kill. By the way, this is one of the best places to level up Crusade mode also. Just cause, like, there's so many of them and they all have so much health and you can hit them all at once. Now you would exit before fighting this wave of beefies, or this one beefy. Let's just spam because he's being rude. I guess you could infinitely juggle a lightweight beefy, it's just very difficult. How are you still alive, sir? Really? Okay. Oh yeah, potato peeler. Boom. Now, something really interesting. Wow, I really can't talk. Yeah, so the world record playthrough Castle Crashers on normal mode is an hour 16 minutes. And you guys are probably thinking, what the heck? Like, my Red Knight playthrough took 4 hours. Keep in mind though, that's because I was going all agility and pretty much trying to kill him as slow as possible to level up. And I ended up at level 36 from that normal mode run, which shows my leveling up strategy works well. Because, yeah, I'm almost 16 right now, but surprisingly, some people actually finish this game at level 16. Like, that was my lowest level I ever got a skull at, and it was when I did my first Ice Cliff playthrough. I did co-op, and I went all strength. I'm sure you could finish lower quite easily, not even on purpose, actually. And I like with my full agility, I'm not even letting him combo me at all. Arrow spamming is really the only way to stay safe from the groom, because he will kill you. Dude. Can I kill him before he goes back? I can. Yay. Okay, one of the main things I took out again that I don't like in this game is you used to be able, with your flying, to actually fly in the middle of cutscenes like that, so you would just be flying in circles. They took that out. You have to land now. It's very rude and unappreciated. So, I'll finish this eventually. I'm honestly not even looking at the screen right now. Not looking at anything else. I'm just staring off into space. And by space, I mean a wall. And it really works, because the parade is a joke of a level. It's just as easy on Insane mode. Doesn't even take longer, because they die there too when you throw them. I'm probably gonna get knocked off now by like one bomb. Yep. Okay. You can go right back to what you were doing. That boss is maybe alive for 5 seconds. And yeah, my health's a bit of an issue, but I'm a bit over half health now, so I don't even care. Keep in mind, since these are the heavy cone heads, I get to spam them to death. My money, sir. Okay. Now, I'm not sure why, but Cyclops Cave is the place where a lot of people actually struggle on Insane Mode too, because of this one big wave. Personally, I'm more worried about just getting all the money bags. I'm greedy like that. Now, my big strategy for this fight, actually on Insane mode. I know I talk a lot about Insane because that's all there is to talk about. Regular mode is really boring. But yeah, the Coneheads are obviously a lot bigger targets. Like, they have 3 times as much health and they're a lot stronger. But I would actually go for the Thieves first. Just because there's so many enemies on the field at the start, there's a lot higher chance of getting hit. If you have less out on the field, then you can focus on the Coneheads at the end. And yeah, it's more risky for a while, but that spacing gives you a lot more safe places to be. It only takes a few seconds to kill all the thieves as well. Okay, I think I'm done. Perfect. Let's get our fruits right there. And we're about to be done with this place. Yep, level 18 already. This is going fast. Shooty, shooty, shooty. Alright. I never understood why this was even a thing. The Cyclops Gate is really pointless. Just heading out here. Watch one guy and then the rest all come naturally. By naturally, I mean I just have to spam because I can't juggle them. Okay. This will be my life for a long time. Spamming. By a long time, probably like 10 more seconds. Not even, it was like 5. Cool. So keep in mind Snoot the Elephant is in there. And I'm pretty sure I have him. Like, I know I picked him up on my Red Knight run. But for some reason I don't remember seeing him in the end mark, so just because I'm paranoid I'm going to pick up Snoot. As you can see, I did already have him, because the lady from the end mark didn't pop up and say anything new, so it was really just me being paranoid about nothing. One thing I'm going to try to do also for my recordings is E-Varied. For Insane mode especially, I'm going to not want to talk for big chunks of time, so I'll just turn down my mic, I'll turn down the game audio, and I'll put on some different music. So the reason for that really is just so you don't get too bored by seeing my gameplay over and over when it's almost identical. The first few Insane mode playthroughs, sure, I'll keep in real time, but after that I might just speed up ×2 with music going over. I'm really not sure yet. It all depends on how much I have to talk about. Because this game is really, really in depth, but there's no point in talking about it when I can't actually show the examples in Insane mode. So it's more so just talking about the thief, which I've already talked about. I could talk more about the whole past group of people that have gone by now. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Why not? So, with the people that used to play this game, I was sort of in that group. I was always the young one, so they didn't include me in a lot of things, but I was still a decent player at the time. My main issue being so young that they kind of forgot about me a lot. I did get a lot of gold skulls early on, finished them off like years ago, but then I left, and when I came back to the community, for you guys that found my channel in other ways, you're gonna be like, what the heck? Yeah, my first video upload on this channel was actually Castle Crashers video, and I did originally upload it only for my friends at the Castle Crashers wiki. That was before I had any equipment to do Let's Plays. So I talk a lot about us, meaning the Castle Crashers community, because those are some of the people I know. I guess I would say the best. It's a really tiny community, keep in mind, because the game's super dead at this point. But when I came back to it, like, everything seemed different, just because, again, all the tier lists have changed. People viewed characters differently. And then even the arena scene, people forgot about. Like, I think the top arena player currently is some guy named Pikmin. I have him on my friends list on Xbox. I played with him a couple times. And no offense to you, sir, but a lot of people from the past, like the most notable, is this guy. I forgot the exact numbering in his gamer tag, but it was Big Sean. Like, people from the past who played had a lot of stuff that they figured out, and it was written down somewhere, but like new people start playing didn't know it as well. Like, there were a lot of forgotten techniques, mostly juggles, especially spacing. Like the Necromancer fight, while it's insanely difficult, kind of got beat by the community, most specifically by a very bad player, also known as Arcade Classics on YouTube. I'll definitely link that video once it comes time to actually fight the Necromancer. But everything became a new issue because there were all these forgotten techniques. And I'm losing sight of what I'm trying to talk about here, but it's more just people who play now, they have just as much skill, probably even more, but these forgotten techniques made it so much easier to play through the game. And part of me coming back to the community was to show some of these techniques that made it a lot easier to do it. Sir, no, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You're so rude. You deserve to die. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. You're not just gonna get away from me. Fighting. No. Thank you. Now, that's not to say I'm only nostalgic about the old community, because there are new tricks that were learned. Believe it or not, nobody did this little thing at the end of the XYY combo back in the day. All it does is add on a few more hits, but it really does help a lot because every hit counts on insane mode. It's really stupid that no one figured out that you could just hit XY a few more times, but it doesn't matter now because me coming back, and then I know people like Forgotten Knight and Fetal, who are two of the oldest players who are still somewhat active. They've been synthesizing, wow, first time I can actually use a big word without screwing it up. They've been synthesizing the knowledge from the past and then the current, I don't know what to say, the current player base together. And insane mode's honestly never been easier. Because with enough skill, obviously you can do it. But there's knowledge in things like spacing. Spacing is super important. sort of like in basketball, if any of you guys have played or watched it, know a lot about it. Spacing of the court's a big issue. Like, teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves really struggled with their spacing last year. But if you can effectively separate the court, or in this case separate the field with all the enemies, you can break it down and every little bit becomes easier. And then the experience comes in helpful also. Like, I would actually recommend for most of you guys first starting off to play through normal mode almost completely on every character before starting to do insane mode, just so you can get a better grasp on juggling, a better grasp on the controls, and then more of a sense of the game. Like, you can figure out where enemies are going to go and when. And that's all done through breaking down the AI. Like, this juggling is awful. If I tried to do this juggling in the same mode, I would die instantly. So even I need to practice a lot more, because I'm really out of practice. Keep in mind, my Red Knight was a D-Rust run, almost completely just that. D-Rust and a little introduction video. Like, if you want to see fail, just look at my Kirby's Epic Yarn Let's Play once it comes out. Oh my god, it's awful already. Like, as of this recording session, I'm in World 2, and I've already had 3 epic fails that I've had to completely restart levels. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Then another thing, I'm completely clueless on what characters to play for normal mode. Like, I said I would possibly make like a schedule, I guess, not a schedule, more of like an itinerary of when I would do each character, but I'm lost. I don't know when to do what. Like, it's up to you guys who I play when I play them. I don't know what's going on with that slam attack. Okay. Let's head up and... just kidding. I was about to hit my sandwich because I thought it was the boss time. And then, honestly, while I do have so many good memories of the old community, like certain people, there were other rude people who are more forgotten, but it's not to say everyone was all happy friendly back then. And yeah, people aren't happy friendly now either, but there are some amazing people I've met, both from the past and the present. Or I guess they're both kind of past now, because the current community is fizzling out as well. Like, in the past, obviously, Forgotten Knight, I'm going to talk about him a lot. We have, or he has a YouTube channel where we've uploaded maybe 1 or 2 playthroughs of Insane Mode together. I don't even remember the link to it. I would put the link otherwise. But currently, like, Icomancer is the person who almost anyone in the Castle Crashers community knows for his help, I guess, with figuring out some of the more technical things that people like me that used to play never figured out. And he's a good player in his own right. But more than that, I actually could consider him one of my best friends. So that's something this game has done for me personally. I'm sure he'll be excited to hear that when he sees this video. Because Another thing, like a lot of you guys that just kind of look on from the side, because I know this community is a lot less dead than it seems. Like on the wiki, even though there's only a few people that actively edit things, like by things I mean articles, even though there's only a few people that actively do it, I know a lot more of you, because I have the bureaucrat rank on the wiki, which basically is the rank above admin. And that lets me also see how many people view each page each day, and it's a ton. Like, I don't know why I'm saying this like a public service announcement, but if you guys ever just happen to be like on a page, you should comment. Like, it kind of hurts me to see this game's community dying when I know there's so many active players that just don't do anything, like in terms of talking to others. And not everyone's super rude. Like, people are pretty nice and willing to help you. Like, even if you're bad at the game, like, never beaten insane mode once. If you don't know what's going on, could still help you out. Really willing to, actually. Like, one of the things I became known for was helping a lot of lesser players, not lesser, just less experienced players through insane mode for their first time. And I know a few guys that have gone on and gotten really big gold skull collections. It's really funny that I care more about this game than anything else I'll probably ever put on my channel. But I guess, like I said in Mario Galaxy, I would never upload if it wasn't fun for me. And those other games are fun for me. But like, this is, at least in terms of gaming, my passion. Like, it's my favorite video game, bar none. And kudos to the Behemoth for making such a fantastic game. Then again, sorry that I go really long times without talking. Even here, I can't talk, I just get focus. Like, you get in a little zen mode where you don't have anything to talk about, you're just thinking about the game. And it's more fun here than other Let's Plays, because first off, the parts are hours long. I doubt any of you guys are actually going to watch this part. But more than that, it's just, this music's so good. Like, almost every song in this game, like, this is one of the best soundtracks I can think of. So I don't even mind not talking, because I know you guys are just going to be hearing this great music. Oh yeah, here's the industrial machine. I do want to test something out. I'm going to kill the gun and the hand really quickly. So I'm going to kill the gun really quickly. Okay, and the hand really quickly. You are able to shoot at it while it's off screen, do damage to it. I'm not doing nothing, don't worry. Okay, it's just the pillars now. Okay, you can't do it. So, on the original, you could throw your boomerang here, it would actually catch onto this. So, it would give you tons of XP really quickly, but it's gone, so no point thinking about it now. Yep, that's it. Okay. So he's gonna throw the orange princess and get betrayed again. Poor guy. I'm actually gonna let him live this time, because I love the Industrial Prince. He's a very funny, eccentric individual. So Blue Princess is super excited and she gets her face clawed for it. I love how the Industrial Princess sits there, still looking absolutely terrified. It's so funny. Okay. Oh, since we are level 20, I want to show off something new. So, heading over to the right. I haven't seen this weapon before, have you? So, this is the Skeletor Mace, and it's the skeleton starting weapon. Keep in mind we unlocked the skeleton after finishing the Red Knight playthrough. It's actually not as fantastic as it was in the original. In the original it had a critical hit chance, and it had 6 agility. So we got a really bad nerf here, but it's still a great agility weapon for us, so I'm going to use it. And over to the dock now. He's got all the relics. This is another great song. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, what? That's incredible. Well, this is the weapon I would actually want to use. So from now on, I'll probably be using this. It's level 20, the Psy, so -2 defense plus 6 agility, and it has critical hit chance. I was spamming X because it's really hard to actually juggle on this boat because of how the level is tilting left and right. But that's such good luck. What the heck, dude? Okay, now in the desert, I don't need to worry about digging anything up anymore. So I can just run along here. Sir. Okay. I really am just trying to take care of the desert as quick as possible because I'm going to be spending such a long time here on insane mode. It's not even funny. Not because I'm going to fail, just because it's such a long level. Okay. Here's one other trick for the desert. A little hidden move. So as soon as you get hit, you can just tap A to pop up. So you don't get pinned to the ground. That's if you do get hit. So you fail playing the floor as lava. Again, royal guards are heavyweight, so I'm just spamming through them. I think I've killed both scarabs. Oh yeah, interesting thing you might notice in the background is right up there, you could see the top of the pyramid separate, have a little alien ship fly out. So that's proof that the alien hominid built the pyramids. Really? You were here for like 2 seconds, sir. Well, it's dead at least. Yeah, alien ship is one of the easiest bosses in the entire game. I don't even know why it's the boss. I mean, it's not really a boss, I just gave it a health bar so you would know how far along you are. Okay. I like how you can hear like just barely the cringy sounds of me copying along with the background of the game. So, alien ship is definitely a good change of pace. Instead of it's so boring with alien ship, it's like fast and fun. Well, not really fun, but fast. It's more fun being done with the level. Could you not, please? I would really appreciate living today. Alright. Thank you, sir. Okay. I don't know why, but I got insanely tired out of nowhere. Thank you, Saracen. Saracen was always one of the more interesting characters. By that I mean he was my last white skull, or my last normal skull. And I completely forgot he existed for the longest time. Like, he was definitely the last character I unlocked. I know that because Royal Guard was one of my later regular skulls. I just assumed Royal Guard didn't unlock anything, because when I first played the game, that was before there were any of those fancy charts online that you could just print out and know if you unlocked everyone. Okay. Well, thank you for being death. Really? Can you die, please? Por favor. Thank you, sir. Well, I'm a failure. I always like to see if I can juggle him all the way into the sandcastle itself. But I failed that time, sadly. Honestly, Sandcastle Interior is one of the levels people don't talk about that much when they mention difficult levels in this game. It's definitely not easy. Any level with a beefy instantly gets much more difficult. Minus the beefies early on in the game. I mean, these beefies are pretty easy to take care of, though, to be fair. Just spam. And you can spam to kill the Saracens, too. Spam to kill everything in this game. Thank you, sir. One interesting for me to think about is both times, like both playthroughs, I've had something that should never happen. Like if you play a game enough, obviously the game will break. It's because there's so many things that could go wrong. But with the Red Knight, it was really funny how I was able to spawn 2 waves at once. And then the Thief was absolutely terrifying because Thieves Forest, like, I don't know what happened, but it was spooky to say the least. Alrighty. Cool. I need to stop saying alrighty. I can just say alright. I hate adding E to the end of, like, some words. It's fine with others, but I'm definitely in the habit of doing it, and I love the habit. Like, it's fun, but there's times where you don't want to do it. And YouTube's one of those times, because I'm trying to give you guys the least what is this man talking about experience as possible. But I'm being very rude and I'm not appreciating myself because I'm being rude. Okay, sir, let's not get destroyed by your arrows and bombs. That would be very greatly appreciated. No, sir. Okay. So just like I did with the Red Knight, all you want to do here is jump and hit. Well, I guess if you break it down, that's all you want to do with anything. But you know what I mean. Sort of. One way you can guarantee you get hits is by doing the AA combo. It does work very well. Too well, in fact. Because I won 10-2 that time. I do know people who can't beat the volleyball game. I actually had friends of mine ask me, can you help me with the volleyball game? Okay, so just like with the Red Knight, I'm actually going to stop here at the sandcastle roof just to save space and make it so my computer does not kill itself while uploading. Look at that flying camel with 4 legs. So, in what will be about 10 minutes for me and 10 minutes for you guys, I will see you guys in the next episode where I finish off our playthrough as the thief. Till then, peace.